that photo of Snoop smoking. I'm like, I can't find the original tweet, but it pretty much the caption was like, "You lost a fan here, Snoop. How dare you smoke before a big game and disrespect blah blah blah." I'm like, where have you been?
I know.
This is Snoop.
You say you're a fan of Snoop? Like, where you like? You do not know what?
Like, which version of Snoop are you referring
like
to?
Snoop,
Even if
like
he,
Snoopy the dog or something? Like,
like even if he does go to his boys was it soccer game, football games?
Yeah.
He's still going over there going,
Yeah.
very good boys.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. I mean, I'm more surprised and upset that he wasn't even smoking on stage. Because apparently that state legalized it. So,
well, yeah, it's California.
come on!
It's California. I mean, like.
But it's more funny how someone, also Twitter, made that thing into a generation war.
Okay, yeah. I don't.
And I'm like,
I didn't bother with the comments too much.
just reading, it's like, okay. I cannot really say that Snoop and Dr. Dre and Mary J. Blige is my generation, but their songs are from my generation. Are well known. Because my mom was like, this is my songs. You just adopted it. It's like, yeah, I know, Mom. Ain't Nothing by G Thing and Dr. Dre songs, yeah. They're from the 90s, but I cannot say, they're my generation. They're yours.
Yeah, definitely one of the better halftime shows than some.
What you talking about? The Black Eyed Peas show? I can't say straight face. I mean, I was talking to my coworker, like, which is the best halftime? Majority of all my coworkers said it was Prince's.
Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Then I was like, okay, who's after Prince? MJ. I was like, okay, that's all you have to say. But I think the most boring one was it Cope? No, it wasn't Coldplay. It was like a really boring idea.
Yeah.
But then there was the Bruno Mars and Beyonce one. It was like, that one was good. Even though there was like another. Yeah, it was the Coldplay. It was like, it was actually Bruno Mars and Beyonce featuring Coldplay. Cause unless you're a Coldplay fan, I'm sorry, I forgot what their part was in that Super Bowl. All I remember was Beyonce and Bruno. Yep.
Alrighty.
That's my. See? That's how you start a segment.
Yeah, yep. Pretty much.
You talk random.
Well, we'll probably keep most of that bit in there, but anyway. But yes, we are definitely back for 174. Let me check on that before we really get into it. But oh, hold on. There we go. And then let me scroll up. 174. Yes. So let me just change that number right there on the docket, just so we don't get mixed up here later on. But yeah, 174 indeed. As I said, with yours truly, as always, Sean, aka Hawk525, with my cohort, as always, ZawarudoWrrryy. So, we definitely have one of the more drier ones this time around. I think the big one is going to be next week, because we're going to be talking about it later in a bit, but there is a countdown from Capcom. But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about later on. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those times, one of those weeks where nothing much happened except for the Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl didn't have too much ads that were sort of related to us. No trailers or nothing. really. Most of them were released on YouTube anyway, so it's like, all right, yeah. So
I
that
didn't
happened.
know that Doctor Strange trailer was really good.
Yes, no, that was really awesome. That was a really awesome trailer. And there was a meme I want to show off in the end of the show, which is really funny to me. Yeah, but anyway, we'll get through it, and then we'll have a shorter episode, pretty much. So all there is to it, and then we'll probably have like tangents to fill in the time here and there. You know how we do. You know how we roll. So, so not much
I
on
don't
the.
roll. I just fall down and go like here.
Yeah, here's a tangent. Yeah. So not much has happened with fighting games, except for the fact that yes, KO15 is now finally out officially. We're in the official release date as we record this. It is the 17th, so yeah, so that's where when we're recording this right now. But anyway, it's come out at this point, and I'm sure by the time this episode officially comes out, you know, a lot of people have played it, had a good time with, or a good amount of time with it over the weekend and stuff like that. But sadly, I have not played it yet. I do have the game on my PC, and I have not got my hands on it officially because, you know, I was busy with work and freelance stuff and stuff like that. So I haven't gotten my chance to do so. But yeah.
That people.
What?
That kid's he has his games on PC, so PC master race.
Yeah. Kind of. I tend to bounce back and forth with those sort of things. It really depends. It really depends on what game it is. But this time around, I mean, especially now, right, with KOF, from what I've heard, it is really, really good to play it on PC because of the input delay and stuff like that. So, that's definitely definitely one of the things why you want to get fighting games on PC for the most part. If you especially if you're not going to be competing, you pretty much want it on PC. So, but again, I have not got my hands on it, but I will try to do the story mode and stuff like that. Go through the good old college try. I will go through all the arcade mode stuff, the endings, and all that stuff. You know, as a single, you know, as a casual player, you know, in a lab, and maybe play a little bit of online. Maybe I'll hopefully get some matches with Christian or Ender, to kind of, you know, really kind of give it a full college try. But otherwise, I'm gonna play the game at my own pace and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. And yeah, so get my thoughts about it later on, hopefully. So, yeah, I mean, it seems like people have been enjoying it so far, from what I've been gathering. So, like, I've seen some combo videos. People are already having their local tournaments with it. Like, seems like people are having a good time with it. Even especially with the online netcode, like it seems like, you know, no one's talking really big trash about it. So therefore, seems to be really solid so far. And like again, the PC part is, you know, doing it wonders too, because you know, again, the input delay thing. People who bought it on PS4/5 are definitely, you know, feeling the difference too between the two, right? And then yeah, I think even like Simmons was talking about him having like slight buyer's remorse for doing it on PS5 or whatever. But I'm sure it'll get fixed over time, but it'll definitely not be immediate. I think it'll definitely be something over time for those versions. But yeah, that's where it's at right now. So when it comes to characters so far, it seems like Terry's really good, Blue Mary's really good, but it's very like rampant right now because it just came out, so you know, it's definitely too early to have a tier list, of course, so you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, it seems like it's doing good as a video game so far, and I mean, there's no like weird bugs, or there's no discrepancies or any negativity towards it, like, you know, like Street Fighter 5 had right in the beginning when that one first came out. There was a lot of stuff like being said online about the game and the netcode, and like how much content wasn't there, how dry it was, you know, that sort of thing. And here we are with KOF 15, though. It's pretty much a complete package. It's got story mode, it's got arcade mode, It's got stuff. It's got things to do for single player stuff. I mean, is it the best fighting game from that side of thing? You know, not so much. So to say, you know, especially if you're coming from like MK11, holy shit, there's a lot to do there. But but you know, it's a video game. You know, it's got the basic stuff, and I think that's where it really counts, especially in this day and age. And I think seems like it's really successful in comparison to like 14 anyway. So happy for like the attention that's been gathering and all that stuff, all the marketing and stuff like that. I think the you know, especially with the pandemic and stuff like that, they definitely took it to heart when it comes to the net code and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of silver linings and all that stuff. And definitely this time around seems like a lot more eyes are on KOF, so that's good, because that, you know, especially with 14 or the last few years with KOF, it's been kind of rough, right? Let's just put it that way. So this was like, if this game failed, I don't know what would become of SNK, but I think right now it looks like it's not the case. So, you know, hopefully it'll sell more than enough copies and all that, and hopefully it'll thrive. Hopefully this will be the game that will bring people in, and like, hopefully this would have like the kind of like what Guilty Gear Strive kind of went through, right? Like that big old honeymoon and stuff like that. Just get people in, you know what I mean? So, anything you wanted to chime in before
we jump to the next topic? With 15, I might get slapped in the face for this. From what I'm seeing of how players are liking the game and stuff, as a whole, to me, 15 is more complete as a game, you know, a first day game release than Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not getting slapped for that.
I know, but still, you know, there are those fans that love 5. So
yeah, but I think even fans are very well aware of how dry it was when it first came out. Like, there was barely anything to do in that game except play online. But the problem
even the online was bad.
No, yeah, that's the problem too. The online was bad too. That's why it bombed at first. And then people
remember when we went online?
Yes.
you were using, I think, at first Zangief, right?
Geef.
And I was using Karin. I did like, I think her forward heavy. It missed on my end, but on your end it hit, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I."
It was rough.
I was like, "Okay, I guess do this."
It was fucking rough, dude. It was super rough.
Like, it didn't get better until what? Alex showed up.
Yeah, I think so. Because we played play a lot when Alex came out.
Because that's when I jumped from Cotton to
Laura. Yeah.
And then on the side with Laura, you and was it Quiet?
In one instance, because we were all playing it like a lot.
Yeah, but it was like during my Laura maining phase, both of you guys were like slowly teaching me Zangief's
right.
Because I was just flip flopping between what Laura and Cotton. That was it. Hi guys.
Yeah.
That's how long I played that game for. It was up until Alex. No, I take that back, because when Jury came out, I had the mindset that she's like her 4 iteration, which she wasn't.
Yeah. Right.
And I was super bummed that her super attack wasn't her 4 iteration.
Yeah.
I do a kick. Ta-da! It's like,
the projectile kick thing, yeah. No, she was rough when she came out though.
Yeah.
No one was playing her. I mean, outside of the online stuff, but
yeah.
Yeah, barely anyone played her though in comparison to like everyone else, you know. And then she got better, but I think even then, still like even to this day, like still kind of rough. But I think like people like Infiltration make her work, but that's that's the
Well,
players.
that's Infiltration.
Yeah,
Like
Infiltration.
for
Yeah.
me, an average child, what
Hmm.
Infiltration does, I cannot replicate. I'll be like
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
like that's it. I'll be like, okay, I'm done.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it really goes to show of how important Street Fighter Five was to not for itself, but to other games, right? It kind of gave them like a wake up call and stuff like that. Like, hey, Street Fighter is kind of on the down low. Let's use this time to make a fighting game, make it right, and then capitalize on their sort of low state. And then we have games like Guilty Gear Xrd and Dragon Ball Fighters and all these other fighting games that were coming out after Street Fighter 5 that were like better, substantially better, so and beyond, of course, right? They
Yeah.
definitely like carry the momentum from there on. So that played a big role into this whole fighting game sort of era. And and then with the pandemic, of course, now this was a very big silver lining when it comes to the net code, right? That's one of the few like like I said, silver linings out of this whole thing was better online experience for fighting games. So we're definitely getting that to some extent, at least in Strive, right? The netcode itself is fine, but the lobby is shit, But
Don't say that out loud.
what do you mean?
We're
Everyone
gonna
has already
we're
said it
gonna
out
get
loud.
we're gonna get a gun pointed at us.
Everyone already said it out loud. What do you mean? At this point, too,
Oh, you have something to say?
netcode is
My
shit.
child.
lobby system is shit. she,
You have
dude,
something to say?
she's really want to get your attention.
That's why.
Ah, she wants the pat on the head. Anyway, but yeah, all goes back to 15 being here at this point, right? Like how 15 got to here. Go ahead.
But when you also look at it with 15's not teaser trailers, but character trailers.
Yeah.
It was like slow at first.
Mm-hmm.
Then once it came closer to release date, it was like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Release every game.
Yeah.
Don't tease them anymore.
Yeah, no, they done away with the silhouettes. Like, yeah, fuck it. Like, yeah, because I think they were well aware at that point with the leak, right? So it was like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just show them.
So they kind of just wanted to go like, we knew it all along. We were just testing you.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, kitty. Here's your num-nums. 20 pieces.
20 pieces. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so yeah, I will do my best to get in my hours for KOF and yep. So I just want to know how the game feels and stuff like that. I'm probably not gonna be super good at it, that sort of thing, but I'll definitely try my best with King of Dinosaurs and
I seen a King of Dinosaurs combo. It's the one Steve posted. I was like, like I actually did this.
Take off the glasses. Yeah.
It's like, excuse me. What is hitboxes?
Yeah, and then he did the low, take the low, and then into the leaping grab or whatever. And I was like, oh wow, it's pretty dirty.
Wow, there's already combo video.
Of course, yeah, because the game was out for like, well, no, it was out on the Monday because the early release day because people who bought the deluxe edition were able to get access to it. So yeah, you got those people, and then so anyway,
hey,
what's up?
Sorry, I just like peered into a combo video for King of Dinosaurs. This combo, I swear, is got Zangief's like basic B&B. Like here. So I get for some tangent of the day.
Yeah. We were doing all the tangents right now. What are you talking about?
Official. This is official.
Official tangent. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just mute it.
Okay.
Tell me that's not Zangief's basic B&B.
Oh yeah, the low jabs. It's funny that he has a serving. He has got the serving hand too.
Why does it look? I bet you this is on PC. That's why it looks
right. Yeah.
Fluid. But these combos look practical because remember, like in some combo videos, here's all this big stuff. Okay, can you apply it online? No. It's like, no, you're gonna have to cut corners. Is this from one area? I like those combos.
1 meter,
one
stage,
bar, and then you bring it to the other
side. To the other corner.
I can for the life of me can never do a mid screen combo to the corner and then bring them back this way. You know.
Oh yeah, you got the side switch and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's King of Dinosaur looks fun.
Yeah.
Because I remember 14, like some of his basic combos, I had a tough time going like, what? Like how fast do I have to buffer this damn?
Yeah, you have to also remember this game has auto combos too, so they introduced auto combos in this game. So
excuse me, are we playing what was that hit grab?
I mean, he canceled into it, so I mean, I guess it works.
Still.
Boosh.
Okay, personally, his super special attack, the one the aura is yellow. And he throws you up and he slams you and then he does the big roar.
Yeah. Right? The volcano one, yeah.
I think that should have been like a level 2 super or a regular super. The one that he slams your face into the
that one?
Into the screen.
That's the level 3?
No, that's a level 1.
I know, but in your
yeah, in my mind, I want that
in your mind, 3, yeah.
A level 3, but like from there, like just like continue it, like he slam like after he slams you into the screen.
I see what
like
you're saying.
Right here.
Yeah.
He does more. Not only does he stomp, but he does like something else too.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Or after he stomps you onto the ground, then he does the big roar. It's a nice touch, but
yeah.
But
Yep, he's at the headbutt and everything.
There's Zangief's rising knee.
Yeah. Anyway,
KOF animators looking at Capcom. Can I see your homework? Can I see your homework? Yeah, sure. Just don't copy it.
I mean,
what?
Probably, I mean, they probably do that with each other anyway. I mean, I don't know.
I do wish.
Who is to say? Who is to say? But anyway, you wish what?
I mean that Smash had. I know Incineroar does count like one, but as a grappler, but like a pure grappler.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because Smash is all about space, right? And people can move around and
shit.
Yeah, real estate. Like space. You control space and stuff. And of course, grappling, you want to get in. You know what I mean? Like you have to get up close with that shit. So it's kind of hard to like really, make that work, I guess. So maybe that's why you can't really have like a true grappler sort of thing. But I mean, they try with Incineroar.
But who are the true grapplers in 15 right now?
King of Dinosaurs.
Would you count Shumi? Sure. Shermie?
Oh, Shermie, yes. And then Ramon.
Blue Mary.
Blue Mary. Yeah.
And what's his name?
Antonov?
Not Clark. No,
Oh, Clark. Yeah, Clark. Clark
and the other
Ralph.
one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ralph's been
pretty popular. Yeah. I mean, I've
seen a lot of Ralphs.
Mm-hmm. His he's got that kick. It's such a like perfect neutral button. It looks like a medium kick in Street Fighter, but like it's such a like perfect footsies like sort of kick.
Wait, is it? Ralph is the one with the bandana?
Yeah, the red bandana. Yes.
Yeah.
Clark is the shades.
Yeah. So I get to end the tangent.
Mm-hmm.
Saw Max's video when he was doing his online stuff. I think a lot of people play Ralph because of that super armor on his punch. That thing soaks up a lot of damage. It was dude. I'm gonna hit you with this.
King of Dinosaurs has armor on his grab too. Like holy crap!
That is scary when you think of it. Like a grappler with armor on his grabs. Imagine Zangief and Alex had that.
Yeah. Especially with where grapplers are in Street Fighter 5, like I mean at least one hit of armor at least would have been nice.
Yeah. Or again, as I kept saying, like for the longest time with Street Fighter 5, Zangief needs something to get in. Like give him back
the green hand, yeah.
Yeah, the green hand. Like that thing was just like, yeah.
And he moves forward. Yeah. That's one of the key things about that move is he moves forward as he does it too. So it's a way to get in and
it also stop projectiles.
And to
stop. That's a death to grapplers.
Yes. Yeah. I mean.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Strive, Kempton's Mega Fist was armored only towards projectiles.
Oh, projectile invincible. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Mega Fist was like, it won't stop. He's still coming.
But I mean, but make it like maybe like definitely unsafe on block or something.
Yeah,
like,
unsafe on block. But
when you hit a button, it's like but don't hit a button. Yeah, just because you gotta just block it. But
it's like I'm so sorry. It's like yes.
But back on Street Fighter 5 too, like they nerf all the grapplers because when you whiff a command grab, it's like 9 frames or some shit. So that means they have a long time to recover in translation. So that means they can really punish you for that, right? And it's not like all the grapplers are rewarded for doing the command grab anyway. I mean, Alex got better, but he's still
Alex got better, but I say out of the grapplers, he's the most easy to do. Like to just do basic B&B. And it's a reward.
Yeah.
Zangief is kind of like you gotta work for it. But once you pay out, he pays out.
Yeah.
Laura, I think people forget sometimes she can do grappling attacks, but they mostly use her as a keep away or a lockdown because of her thunder.
Yes, her thunderclap thingy. Yeah. She's a weird hybrid. Like she has like quote unquote rekkas, right? She has she has grappling moves, but she's not really like a true grappler. It's weird.
Not a pure grappler.
Yeah,
she has the qualities.
It's
That's
weird.
It was funny. Like I did that to you, I think once.
No,
you down with petty stuff, and you
did Laura stuff to me, like especially with the.
Will I be able to do that again if we jumped in? Hell no.
Especially with the elbow, like that. Oh my god.
Oh, the unsafe launcher elbow.
I think so. No, not that one. The her special move, like she does the elbow, and then you can do the Rekka or whatever. Like I forget what it was or whatever, but. The fucking elbow that moves you forward, like super forward.
Oh, the one that's like this, right? It's like she goes like that, and then.
Well, that one too, but like her special move too, like the one that leads into either the grab or whatever you want to do. I think, but no, but yeah, she did. There was also the anti-air one, like when she goes up and then grabs you and then does the grapple thing. But
okay, see that one, the anti-H. I don't. I'm gonna tell you all those times. I was just praying to God you were jumping.
yeah. No. I mean, like that's what happens with when you're fighting against Laura. Like if you're in a corner too, like you want to get out, and that's what she has. So she has the tools to to read those things. Laura players to read those things. So
I don't know how to read, kids. I just press buttons.
I mean, Alex sort of has that too, but it's not as good, right? That's the problem of what Alex always has been suffering. Like, yeah, he has the tools, but so do other characters, and they do it better than him most of the time. He has like niche things, but everyone else does it better than him. That's the sort, or most characters do it better than him. That's sort of the problem, I mean, yeah, okay. Alex has the knee as sort of anti-air grab, but so does Laura, and Laura's is better though. It's I mean, I don't know. It's I don't know. Anyway,
yeah,
we've been talking about this definitely for very very good amount of time.
Good.
But yeah,
we made the quota.
Yeah, we hit the quota kind of for this one anyway. But speaking of Street Fighter, right? As we are closing in on the Capcom Cup season finale, quote unquote, there's a bit of promotion going on, right? And there's a collaboration between Street Fighter and, of all things, Arby's, right? So they came up with this weird ass edit of an image, and this is official. This is official. They have Ryu holding the top of the sandwich. I think it's like the beef cheddar sandwich or whatever. And then he's got like curly fries on the other hand, but he's like holding the top of the sandwich like this, like it's a jar, right? So in reality, the bottom of the sandwich would just drop. But somehow with Ryu, he's holding it like it's nothing. It looks like the cheese is like the glue or something.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks really goofy and funny.
It looks goofy, but as a graphic designer, holy shit, it looks bad.
It's just really funny. I think that's what they were going for anyway.
It is funny, but like my graphics instructor would be screaming at me if I did this because the resolutions aren't this. Like he would be like pointing out, like circling with a big red marker. Your resolution's not the same. What P is this? 100, 120p? Look. The edges are not spread there, but like, I'm sorry. This was just for fun.
Right. But I like the caption for it too. It says meaties are going to have a whole new meeting. Meaties like the thing you do when your opponent is down. But
it's so weird that I know Arby's, whoever's the artist that does the video game ads, they could do like good stuff here. Like
yeah. Oh, remember the stuff with the cardboard?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do that? Like
I don't know.
Ryu or I think they did something like that.
I think they did that with Karin long time ago. Because the curly fries and like the hair or whatever.
Oh yeah, it was her hair.
Yeah.
But look at that. That was like 2 years ago. I just put in Chatcast.
Okay.
They could have done that.
Hold on, let me pull that up.
Or have an actual like glove.
Oh, yeah.
Like something like that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me actually pull that up to here.
Like that is, to me, that's a beautiful ad.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's in comparison, it's very more artistic and stuff like that, but artsy fartsy. But yeah, I don't know. It's just funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but again, for me, as a graphic designer,
yeah, I get it.
You're hurting me. It's like you're hurting. Stop.
Like it would like you might as well have the thumb on the bottom because this is already like not making sense anyway. So you might as well have like Ryu's thumb like even though it's like a big old fucking sandwich in
I
in this
know
picture.
the sandwich is huge, but his fingers like actually like
Yeah.
holding his thing. Unless we don't know because there might be like a
Yeah,
because
the thumb.
I know no a long toothpick
Oh yeah,
holding
oh yeah,
it
yeah,
together.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, I know the tricks
yeah.
of how they do like those nice
Oh, those nice shots
food.
for
Yeah, the
food.
nice shots for foods.
Oh yeah, like
Like
the
I
ice cream. Like the ice cream is like mashed potato or something instead
yeah,
of
the ice
actual.
cream and mashed potatoes. I forget if it's cheese. If it's white cheese, it's glue. They
It's
use
glue.
glue
Yeah, they actually
to
use
get that
glue.
stretchy thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
actual glue, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like these fuckers. They
Yeah,
lied to us, but that's actually smart. I like it.
yeah. And then like when it comes to like I don't know the burger, yeah, like the burger, like, you're right. That's where they put the pin, and then, um,
Hmm.
yeah,
They put the pin to make it like
like the ingredients look bigger and stuff like that. Looks like it's like really popping out of the bun or whatever. And then not to mention like the lettuce, right? And like how they do like the ketchup and everything. Like they
mhm.
don't even put the ketchup inside the burger. They just put it on the edge or whatever, so you can like see it because you're only looking at it from the side. So it's like why yeah why would you put it in the inside of the burger? But
like there are ways to manipulate a shot.
oh, for
It's
sure, yeah,
and
like
it's fun to do.
practical and in Photoshop, so it's really neat of how those things are done. But yeah, anyway, that was another tangent. But um, I
It
just
was a
thought,
tangent, but
yeah,
it was still part of the
I guess part of the show, but yeah, but part of this bit. But I just thought this was funny because this whole little
yeah.
funny Photoshop thing that they had for this one, and it's official, so it's like all the more goofy. I mean, do you guys have Arby's in Hawaii?
We do.
Okay, okay.
It's we don't have Carl's.
Oh, Carl's Jr. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we don't have that. But sometime this year we're supposed to get Chick-fil-A finally.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Yeah. I just got Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, so we're supposed to get that, and then next year we're supposed to get Sonic.
Really? Oh wow.
So we're slowly getting like West Coast things
Mm-hmm.
and some East Coast things, but I think it's like a pick and choose on their
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thanks. Of when of what comes over here in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder about those things like how much Hawaiian like those sort of places have this and that and
Like,
stuff like that.
but if I wanted instead of Chick-fil-A, I want Whataburger.
Really, I've heard very mixed things about that place.
Well, it's like every any other fast food. It all comes down to where your food is being
Coming from?
prepared
Okay,
and who's on staff.
you're right. Isn't Whataburger more of a Texas thing, like a Midwest sort of thing?
Midwest, but there's a lot of Whataburgers in Florida.
Oh, really? Okay. Huh.
Yep.
Okay. Hmm. Interesting.
Or freaking bring White Castle here. I bet you a lot of our stoners. I mean, people that take recreational helping drugs would love to go and eat there. I'll go there and
I've
eat
had
there
my
too.
I had my fill with White Castle from Vegas. That was like the only time I've had it. That was with that was during all the Evo times too. Like most, or I should I say most of the Evo times whenever Kenny has those like hangouts with like the $1
Those
beer, the $1. Oh, that's so disgusting. God, it's so
okay.
disgusting.
See, here we used to have a beer garden in our Japanese store,
Mm-hmm.
and the beer that was $1 was Kirin.
Oh, kidding? Oh wow.
And I was like, this is not this should not be $1. And they're like, yeah, it's $1. Get it.
That sounds.
I was like,
that should be illegal, dude. What the fuck?
And I was like,
like
when it first was announced, like everyone was skeptical. Like, nah, this is like $1 after you have like 5 beers, right? No, $1.
Damn. If I was in that situation, I would have bought like a 12-pack or something.
Well, it's because it's a beer garden, so you have to drink your beer.
In the okay, I see.
In the section, that's why.
I see.
And it's only like on like happy hour and sometimes on Tuesdays.
I see.
But still, at first like announcement, everyone was like,
yeah.
He's like, we don't trust.
Right. But dude, that $1 beer though in Vegas, it is fucking disgusting.
I think the $1 beer is supposed to be just there to just wet your palate,
maybe,
and then you buy something better.
Yeah, or maybe chase it down. No,
that does not sound like a good chaser.
No, it's not what I think of that. Yeah, I think really it's just people to like get to be like miserable people just wanting to get drunk or something, but they don't have the money or something. I don't know. Or I don't know. No, it's Michelob, by the way. So it's fucking disgusting.
It's a good thing I haven't ate that one.
I think it's Michelob Light, but I think even then, I don't know. It might be just regular Michelob, dude. It is not good.
Here, let me help you. It's just bad, people. Don't drink that shit.
Yeah.
Even if you're just wanna like something fast to drink, don't drink that. There's other good shit out there.
Yes. Okay. So that's the bit right here. Oh, well, I mean, Arby's is the reason why this was happening in the first place is because Arby's is actually the sponsor for the season finale, so that's why they had this whole little promotion. Meats. They have the meats, yes, exactly. It's actually not bad. I mean, if it does come to your place or near your place, I'd say give it a try. If you're into like the roast beef and whatever kind of stuff, and then they have the horsey sauce, it's just such a weird name for it, but it's horseradish with like mayonnaise in it or something. So if you're into that, I do recommend that with the roast beef or whatever you get. Like it's just got it's got that bit of that wasabi ish kick to it, like a little bit. That's why a lot of people can eat it, so or consume it with the sandwich. I mean, do you like horseradish?
By itself, no. It has to be like with like
with something, right?
It has for me. I'll eat it with roast beef or a T-bone steak. Anything else,
that steak
goes with it, I'm just gonna be like,
interesting. Yeah,
for me.
You like half the time when I eat my steak and and it's available, I eat it with just like shoyu and wasabi at times. Yeah. I mean, and then sometimes especially when it's like all like buttered up, I have shoyu and wasabi, or horseradish too. It's just, and then last few times when I went to a restaurant, I had prime rib, and with that prime rib, gotta have the horseradish, covered on there a little bit, and then the al jus or whatever comes with, and that sort of bit. Yeah, that's how I enjoy horseradish and wasabi with the steak. Anywho, enough about food and fast food.
Yeah.
And meats.
Making me hungry because
meats.
I'm just gonna say my bit with wasabi. If I'm eating sushi and there's no wasabi in there, I just dip my finger in the wasabi, just go like that on my sushi and just eat it. Because I'm used to those like traditional sushi making where you have the rice, a streak of wasabi, and then the topping.
Yeah.
When the wasabi is missing, it's like it's incomplete.
Yeah, no, it does feel incomplete like that. A little bit, it definitely like a little bit goes a long way too. A little bit goes a long way.
Put too much, you're on the floor gagging. But a little bit, you don't feel it.
And it's good.
It's good for your sinus.
Oh, well, yeah, to say the least. Anyway.
I cannot breathe here. Put a little strip on your tongue. Why? You'll find out.
More
I can smell again.
More on Capcom. So there's this there's been this mysterious countdown that's been going down. It's as we record this, it does say 3 days and 4 hours. Of course, by the time this episode is out, we'll find out by then, right, of what it is. I think it is safe to say that it's probably Street Fighter 6. There could be multiple announcements, sure, but I think for the most part it's Street Fighter 6 because this is right around the time. By the time this is over, right, the countdown is over. The season finale for Capcom Cup should be around, so I think it is just Street Fighter 6 to some extent, or this is where my sort of want/prediction comes in.
Okay.
This could be Capcom All Stars.
I'm gonna be with you there, but it's gonna be Capcom presents DC Comics. Like everyone's all anticipating Marvel Comics, DC Comics.
DC versus Capcom. DCVC. That's the initial for the abbreviation for it.
No, there's no like versus. It's just gonna be DCC.
No, they're developing a DC game or something. It'd be kind of weird.
No, yeah, but if it's a DC Marvel, I mean, the Capcom versus DC. I don't think people are gonna put the verses in there. It's just gonna be DCC.
Oops.
Or DCC.
Let me see.
But I would like to see in my heart, which I don't want to put any strain on it because I know I'll die. Marvel vs. Capcom 4, because again we don't count Infinite as number 4.
Right.
We just call it Infinite.
Yeah. That's the ultimate one, right? But yeah, I think for the most part, being realistic here, this is the realist side of me, and that's and I think it's just Street Fighter 6. It could also be Resident Evil 9 or whatever. I mean, right?
Could be 9 or
could be the remake of 4.
The remake of 4.
Yeah, remake of 4.
Hell, what if it's Darkstalkers reboot? Like finally, like Capcom got off their asses, their high horse, and go like, yeah, you know what, let's try it.
Yeah, that would be nice, but yeah, it's probably not that. So ideally Capcom All Stars for me, but realistically Street Fighter 6 for me. So.
And then I just did a year count. It's been 5 years since the release of Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So I think if it is another MVC game, it's a good gap, a good time gap.
Yeah, to tease it.
To really tease it. Just again, don't call it Infinite because I don't know.
It's a curse word, right? I think the new curse word right now is Legends. There's a lot of these like other weird ass games like Nerf Legends. I don't know if you heard this one, but Nerf Legends was like really bad. And then I think there was one with Magic the Gathering or something like that. Like they had this like weird mobile game-esque thing, and that's cursed as hell. Like, oh no, don't stay away from that one. From what I've heard anyway. I haven't played it, but that's what I heard anyway. I think that's the curse word right now. But yes, back then that was infinite or infinity.
I mean, I still carry that because I'm sorry to everyone that likes Halo Infinite for the multiplayer, but as a story wise, that story to me did not help out the lore of Halo. It looked like a side story.
Yeah.
But I cannot say that because ODST and Halo Wars were actually good stories. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
Or are you, right?
And I mean, I don't think if they added freaking the operator, it wouldn't even save the game.
Okay.
I want shrimp now. You want shrimp, puppy?
You want shrimp? Do you have this is another fast food related thing, but do you have a this place called Long John Silver's? Does that sound familiar?
I don't think so.
Okay. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I mean I tried it when I on my way, when I fly and
yeah, when you have your stops, yeah.
I don't think we do. I think for Long Johns. Oh,
is there one in Hawaii?
Do?
Oh wow, you didn't
when
even know.
When did we have this? No, seriously, when was this implemented?
Probably last year. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know either. Like, huh? What?
Gotta ask the locals, right? When did this become a thing?
Well, it's because it's in an area of the island that I rarely visit, so that's why.
Oh, okay.
Just like places near your house is like. When was this?
Yeah.
Oh, it was here all this time. Oh, it's in that one area that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. But because sorry, you brought up shrimp. I'm like, Long John Silver. Yeah.
Because again, I was about to say yes, but then I was like, no, that's bubblegum.
Bubblegum shrimp. Damn. I think we have one. We have one of those, or we had one of those around one of the beach areas. Yeah. Anyway, we don't know what this countdown is for, obviously, but it's fun to speculate, So,
fine. Here's my last speculation.
Go ahead.
When it's finally finished countdown, right? It's gonna be the acquisition of Sony buying out Capcom.
No, that would suck. No.
Sony getting their shit like, oh, Microsoft buying all this. Our turn.
Like I can definitely see it because like they definitely were like, hey, we're gonna give you money for Street Fighter 5, so this has to be exclusive for this long or whatever. But yeah. God damn.
I know it's like one of those things like, please don't be true, but shit, it can actually happen.
It can be true, yeah. God damn it. And then like, what is it, like one of the Sony sister companies or whatever, like one of those little companies owns fucking Evo, so it's like, ugh. Yeah. It's a partner of Sony, but they really own them anyway, so it's like...
No, it's like, these are our partners, so you're the owner. No, our partners. Owners. Okay, got it.
Yeah. It looks like a timer for, like, Pragmata, though. Like, since it kind of looks a little, like, kind of futuristic kind of thing. It's got that, like, whitish glow, You know what I mean? Like...
I do want to know more about that game because that game looks so like out there. Like I still don't know what the hell it is.
I don't know.
It's kind of giving like, remember with
Death Stranding,
Kojima's Death Stranding is like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, I had no idea. The mystery definitely helped with the attention span, I guess, with the game or
Yeah.
you have the promotion with the audience, and then once it was like unveiled, it's like, oh, it's just a big old walking simulator,
Simulator
with quests and shit. You just deliver shit. Okay. Yeah.
But to me, that's what makes like a trailer or a teaser trailer like
Effective.
good.
Yeah.
You
want
don't
to
know
know.
what the hell you're watching.
But you want to know what you're watching. Yeah.
I mean, just like that Super Wow commercial with Jordan Peele's next movie, Nope.
Oh, Nope.
I don't know what the hell that thing is, but it looks interesting.
I mean, it's definitely like an alien, of course, like an alien
it looks
based
like an alien horror
thriller
horror
movie.
or thriller, yeah. But as a whole, it's like,
yeah,
I don't know what I'm watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those movies are definitely interesting. I will give it that. But they have some like weird sort of plot holes like here and there. There was that one, I forget what it was called. It was the one with like the fucking, what was it? It's like, I don't know if they're wearing masks or something like that, but it was like they're oh my god, it was like it's like right on the tip of my tongue. Let me look that up actually, because
he made Us, then he made Get Out.
Oh, I think it was Us. I think that's what I'm trying to get at.
Were they wearing like orange jumpsuits or?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay, that's Us.
Yeah.
So you're thinking of the kid that had the mask on?
Well, kinda. I'm like kind of dancing around with that, but I'm just saying like those sort of movies are interesting to watch. I think though those movies tend to like lose momentum once sort of like that mystery sort of like is solved, or you know what you're watching, right? Like it kind of happened early with this movie with Us, right? This that movie, and it like kind of lost me after that. Like it was like more than like even early on, like it wasn't even halfway. It was like pretty early on, like you know what you're watching now. I was like, oh well, well.
I mean, at least with like Jordan Peele's movies at the moment, it's not like right at your face, like, oh, I know what this is about.
Right, exactly. But
unlike Shyamalan is like,
oh
my god, please tell me this is not another. Yep, there it is.
Yep. Well, anyway, that's it for now for this Capcom countdown. It's the final countdown.
I will laugh my ass off if once it hits 0 or close to hitting 0, so like
they play that song.
Mark, they play that song, like somehow they got the
they play a cover.
Okay.
They play a cover of that song, whatever.
Or they actually get the actual song and they got the okay.
Mm-hmm.
Without paying royalties or anything. They just Europe just said, you know what? Just do it.
Yeah.
No need to pay us anything.
Yeah. We'll definitely find out over this weekend, hopefully. Wait, no, wait, hold on. Is it the? Oh no, we're gonna find out by Monday. Okay, so
I kind of want. Oh, actually, it's past. But I wish that when the countdown was like at 4 hours and 20 minutes left, they did like a special.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be kind of hilarious. All right,
so Capcom, I'm giving you ideas of what to do with your next countdown.
Yeah.
420, hire Snoop Dogg to just come up, say something for 2 seconds, and then that's it. That's it.
All right, now we can talk about something not so much related to possibly fighting games, because we don't know what that countdown is. It could be like a single player game or anything else really, but I think it's most likely Street Fighter 6 for the most part, like a little teaser or something, or it could be a brand new Street Fighter Alpha somehow, like we don't know, but it could be a fighting game type of thing, more likely. But.
Street Fighter 6, and their first character that they show is Ingrid, and I would laugh my ass off.
You finally get Ingrid. But
like, I can hear like Ender, Faka, you, and Quiet going like, "Oh my god, where's Zawa?" I'll be like, "Yay!"
I mean,
bitch is here.
I mean, you could say that she's possibly in the better fighting or better Street Fighter game than 5. So you know what I mean, like.
Well, we don't know yet because
Yeah.
if it is 6, we don't know what
We don't know what the mechanics are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just putting it out there, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now there's something to talk about non-fighting game related in this frontline news bit. So I don't know if we've, no, I don't know. I don't think we talked about this in here, but I definitely talked about it outside the podcast for sure.
That's
Yes, with with the Bendergate hashtag. So, the Futurama, like I guess reboot remake, I guess is coming out.
It's not a reboot, but like it's kind of a reboot, but it's more like they're continuing.
Oh, it's
a revival.
It's
revival.
Revival. It's a sequel. Okay, yeah. So to revive the franchise.
But let's continue, and then I'll tell you my thoughts on this.
Right. So basically, what's been happening around this is, or the drama around this is that Bender's voice actor, John DiMaggio, appeared to have been just asking for more money, right, in the negotiations, which is why official staff has mentioned that they're not gonna have the same Bender voice actor, or they're gonna try to find someone else, or right, something like that, and they're trying to like make it work or whatever. But DiMaggio has come out with his statement, stating that he wasn't asking not only for himself, but he was asking for everyone else in the Futurama family. So, or the cast, the voice cast, I should say. So not just him, which is often the misquoting, right? It's everyone else within the cast too that deserves more payment. So, that's why there's this sort of pseudo strike thing kind of going on for Futurama. But yeah. That's basically the gist of it. So hopefully that works out. But you want to say something about this situation?
Yeah. So this situation, from what the information I gathered, and some people are just blowing this out of proportion, or they haven't read like everything, like to a T, and they're just reading like the first top comments and stuff. John is trying to have an equal pay for everyone.
Right.
I found out that like Kathy Seagal and Bill and all the other voice actors, they try themselves to negotiate, like, we'll do this, but just
give us the pay,
a pay raise. And then Hulu's like dancing around, and from what I read, they just said, what, fuck it, you guys ain't gonna listen. So I guess we'll be on board with whatever pay they settled with.
Mm-hmm.
And John is over here going like, no, guys, come on, let's
make it juicy, make it more juicy deal. I guess,
or make it worth our while, because
make it worth more.
Because it's been like like X amount of years since the actual series finale, which on my end, where it ended, it's good.
It's perfect, yeah.
Because did you watch the ending, the final?
No, I mean, I didn't like fully watch it at the time. I just kind of got some notes here and there, like how it ended. So I mean, like
they end. Okay, you can redact this when you edit it.
Sure.
They ended it where they're old, right? Fry and Leah. Right?
Yeah.
And pretty much the professor came in like through a time portal, going like, shit, it's happening, so we'll have to go back in time to fix all this, which hinted that it's a loop.
Yeah.
And that's a good place to end. Like, where they end,
yeah,
but they are willing to relive all that stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why with me in this revival, it's like, why take that away? That was what can you do to break the cycle? Are you gonna fucking make a alternate timeline? Is the multiverse affecting Futurama right now?
Yeah, we've had all this like multiverse sort of stuff, like now. Mm-hmm.
It's like did Wanda and Strange and Loki came out of nowhere going like, it's like, hey, you're kind of part of Fox's lineup. Let's fuck it up. Okay, done.
Yeah.
And they just run away.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they'll do with that. I'm surprised that Hulu is like doing. Okay, I mean, is Futurama part of 21st Century Fox?
I believe so at the time, but I know that Futurama was on Netflix for a while.
Right.
Which to me is like it should have been Netflix that
you did it, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, its original owners were Fox.
Fox, right. So shouldn't that be on Disney Plus instead? Because that's owned by Disney now, right? So what's going on with Hulu and stuff? Like, is Hulu partnered with Disney or something? Like,
yeah, Hulu's partnered with Disney.
Oh, okay.
Because Disney Plus has like a package deal. You get
that's
Disney
right.
Plus, Hulu, and ESPN.
ESPN, yeah, that's right. Oh, you're right.
That's why I was asking my boyfriend, like, do you want me to upgrade our subscription to watch anything on Hulu? Is there anything on Hulu that, like, catches your eye?
Okay, yeah. That makes sense now. I see. Well, that explains a lot. Okay. Well, there you have it then.
It's on there. Oh dear.
What's on there?
So I'm like, I just typed in like what shows are on Hulu. So we have Dragon Ball Super, Naruto Shippuden, the final arc of Inuyasha, which you can fucking watch on Crunchyroll. 20 seasons of One Piece.
Oh, okay.
26 seasons of Bleach. All seasons of Smallville. The 2011 version of Hunter x Hunter. Oh, the original Doc Hack sign is on Hulu.
Wow.
I do love Doc Hack.
I remember first watching it on Toonami. That's how I was first introduced to that show.
They have Todoroki. Toriko, I'm sorry.
Toriko. Oh, Toriko. Yeah.
Damn, that's wow.
God, that show was like, or that series was like weird. It was such a weird thing. Like, it was like, I guess a big hit, and then just like like no one talks about it anymore.
I think with Toriko, it was like, it wasn't like there, but it ended. It didn't outstretch itself. It's like it knew where to end, and then it said we're done. Unlike fucking Gintama, which I don't know how that damn thing is still running.
Well, that's like, yeah, I mean, the humor and stuff like that definitely kept it going.
It's more of a parody show now.
Yeah.
But still, again,
but there's an actual storyline to it, right? Like, there's actually
there is a story. But still, it's like, just end, please. Just stop. Stop!
Yeah. Toriko was a very, like I said, it's a very interesting, like, sort of weird, sort of like in between a like a show that people would just forget about, and like it was like really because it was a part of a crossover for One Piece and Dragon Ball. There was like a big old crossover anime special thing with the three, shows. I guess it was
the
that
big three.
Yeah, big three, quote unquote, at the time, because that's I guess it was just that popular. And then like now it's like nobody talks about it, dude. Nobody. I have not seen fan art. No one talks whatever.
I mean, I get it's like one of those animes. Yeah, no one's talking about it, but once you do, then everyone it's gonna like have their mind unlocked, going like, I remember watching that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's the Bender Gate sort of situation going on. Hopefully, it works out, of course. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, it is a little weird to bring back Futurama, but you know,
am I gonna watch it? Probably not.
Probably not.
Are you gonna watch it? Maybe when you're bored.
Right.
I'm guessing.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really like it's cool, but I'm not like super into like Futurama that much to where like I need to watch more of it, like that sort of thing. Like I'm satisfied where I was at, so it was funny.
We gotta remember, like, this revival, they're gonna have to be so tame because remember all those jokes back then.
Oh yeah,
not fly.
Yeah,
Bender's the character of Bender, his jokes ain't gonna fly.
Yeah,
can guarantee you, like, there's gonna be some of those parents that's gonna be up in arms.
I mean, yeah,
which is more funny. They can just play that episode where Bender like tells the parents, watch what your kids are watching, blah blah blah. That was such a good episode to call out on parents that just don't do anything and just blame everything on other people. It's like, no, you have a responsibility. We're not responsible to teach your kids anything.
Yeah.
Which is a lie, because there are some shows in Japan that are marketed for kids, but they actually teach good lessons. Thank you, Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. That'll be part of my childhood and growing up lessons. Except that some of the voice actors that you hire have an interesting what's it called? Work list of
resume.
Resume of what characters they played before they came into Kamen Rider Super Sentai.
Yeah.
Like the one I'm watching right now, one of the villains, her voice actor, she's the current Bulma.
Aya something, right? Like Hirasawa or something like that.
Yeah.
But
okay. But she's also Unohana from Bleach. And she's also a character from Higurashi, and I'm so freaking scared every time she's on that.
She was also Ray from fucking Beyblade. Oh my god.
Yeah. But it's just the Higurashi part is like, you piss her off, you're dead.
Yeah.
And for those listening, of what is Higurashi, do not watch.
Yeah, I remember when did I first started that show? Like it was like something, like 08 or 09ish around there.
I jumped in at 09.
Yeah,
and I regret watching that.
Yeah, it was weird because I watched like the majority of all the like the series. Like there was like the original like Vanilla, and then there's Kai, and then I even watched the spin-off.
Which one was the one with the twins? That they were always in that their family always put them in like tests to see which twin is like gonna carry on the
lineage.
Because I remember it was the green hair one.
Yeah, it was green. Yeah.
And then that infamous scene with the finger machine.
The finger. Oh my god. I think that was the original. I think that was a vanilla one.
Jesus but but holy crap! Just watching that, I was like,
Yeah, you actually cringe, like physically, like like.
And I think that's her. She's the.
That's the voice.
That character.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So that's why every time I'm watching Super Sentai with that character.
You mean she's that character now? Because back then definitely that wasn't the case, because this is a different voice actress. Right. But I guess in the new one, because there is a new one with the Monogatari like studio or whatever doing the Higurashi stuff right now. So
But
maybe
to me, it's like every time that character from Super Sentai is on screen, is like, don't piss her off, please. She has a knife somewhere on her body. She will kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, that
If
shit.
not, she has a freaking katana ready to stab you.
Yeah. At some point though, it did kind of like, but
yeah, but the early Higurashi,
the early one, yeah, yeah, and then they like kind of toned it down a little bit, and then they just it kind of turned into like a dumb harem thing, and then because Kenichi and stuff like Keiichi, excuse me, and all that stuff. But I don't know about the new one. I haven't seen the new one just yet. Cause I do want to see it at some point because I like the Monogatari thing. I want to watch that show too. I need to rewatch that show. I haven't watched all of it, but because it was me and Ender or Christian. We were watching it together a lot, and then we kind of stopped because we were like busy with our shit, so we just kind of stopped watching it. But I do want to get back into it at some point.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's Bendergate for you. That's what the tangents are all about. Anyway, so next one here. This is an NFT talk, but involving with Platinum Games, they had their little quote to Eurogamer saying that NFTs have quote unquote no positive impact on creators or users in any sense. If it smells like money, Konami is going to be there in a heartbeat. Ouch. Ouch.
If Kojima was able to make like a lot of Twitter accounts, he would be liking the shit out of that.
Ouch. God.
If that's not like a call out, I don't know what is. Holy shit, that was good.
Is this wait? I mean, I guess Inaba talked about it. Yeah, I forget who the new CEO is. Is it Inaba or is it someone else? But it's funny because the CEO of Platinum Games said, "Oh, we're gonna do more we're gonna focus more towards live service games, which, which is kind of the opposite sort of from the single player games, but because of how niche they are, I can't blame them for that, but it still sucks." So it is kind of interesting to hear the NFT thing right after that. So it's like, well, I mean, pick your poison, I guess, right? Would you rather have a live service game or NFTs? And I think in this case, probably live service games, because there's still video games, but I guess quote unquote video games, but I guess it's just a matter of how they handle this live service, because we don't know. They haven't gotten there yet. But NFTs though, we know for sure they don't like it. I guess. But ouch, throw Konami under the bus there, dude. Oh my god.
Throw under the bus. They push him in front of the bus.
They had him run over to get him run over.
Like the bus driver's doing this, and then you just see Konami and Platinum and Konami like this.
Yeah. Yep. That. Ouch. That's all I gotta say. All right. That's it on that one. Let me close that one too. Then we can go into the games news with this one. So previously, Pokemon Bank was something you had to pay for with a subscription. And it was, it was like $5 a month or $5 a year or something like that. I don't know. It was somewhere around there, something like that with the $5. But now they're going to free for some reason. I guess it didn't work out or something like that, or not too many people.
Work out, but
yeah.
I had friends that did pay the subscription and stuff for Pokemon Bank. Let's just say they're not happy. Let's just say that.
Okay. I see.
I mean, they're happy for like new players, that they didn't have to suffer, but they are. My friends, they fucking happy.
Yeah. It was such a weird, like, I remember there was like that weird like chart of how it works, right? Like you can go into this game but can't go back to that game or something like that. It was weird. Yeah. And you have to pay for it. So like I think that's really It's so stupid. But hey, it's going free, so. But although meanwhile, the 3DS and was it Wii U like won't have the Wii Shop or no anymore or something like that. I forget the whole like detail about it, but for sure you can't like buy the old games anymore or something like that soon. And the fact that the 3DS is like really starting to like die or something like that, from what I've been hearing, because they're like slowly taking out all the services and all that stuff. So that's quite the stinker. Especially when it comes to the virtual stuff, the virtual console stuff, right? Like they haven't like done much to sort of transfer that over to the Switch shop and stuff like that. Like there's no virtual console thing on the Switch still. Like what the fuck? So I don't know. But yeah, I mean here at Pokemon Bank, at least they kind of learned their lesson. Seems like, right? So it's gonna be starting free, or it's gonna be free starting in March. So yeah, the service is useful for transferring Pokemon over to Pokemon Home, the successor on Switch. So, or maybe is Pokemon Home the one you have to pay for, and then Pokemon? I don't fucking know. This shit's confusing.
No, I think Pokemon Home is just download.
It's just a download. Just okay. And then Pokemon Bank is the one you still had to pay for, I guess. Yeah.
Bank was the payment.
Mm-hmm.
or was it Pokemon Home? It's free, but if you want more space, that's when you buy.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. It's been so long.
It's been a while, yeah. I get this shit confused. They have a lot of shit going on, so whatever. I mean, I don't really transfer Pokemon at this moment, but for those who really do, and I do feel for them. Yeah, I mean, obviously, at some point the 3DS is completely going to be discontinued, right? So it's going to be a pain in the butt to like try to transfer all of that to the Switch, But I mean, hopefully it'll be as smooth of a process as possible, but we'll see, I guess. All right. Anyway. This is big news for those who bought Cyberpunk 2077 like myself, because they came out of nowhere. They actually came out with a stream presenting a big old patch. Now when I say big, it is significant, but does it fix like all the problems? Not so much, but the big one, at least in this patch, is that they're fixing the AI of how they work, right? Because previously, for example, when you shoot at them, they just kind of like crouch or something like that, or they don't really like do much. But now they actually like either run away, either they fight, or they do something else, right? So they can even aggro each other at times too, because there's a bouncer or something like that, or there's there's a criminal or something like that, like a random criminal out in the streets, and then when they somehow get procced or something like that, sometimes the bouncers can come in and just get rid of them for you, like randomly. It was a very interesting stream from what I was able to catch, because this was early in the morning, so I didn't catch all of it, but they're showing off the NPCs, and they're much more like interactive now in comparison to the before. Although in the grand scheme of things, this was something that should have been there in the first place. It's a very basic fucking feature in a open world game like this, right? But nonetheless, it is really interesting. When you shoot at someone in the car, what was it? Oh yeah, I mean they actually like bail out, like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here, and then like they like hit cars and like hit people, like they go rampant at times. Like it looked more lifelike, like how it should have been for Cyberpunk, especially how it was presented. There's the gist of it, of what you get in this patch for all the systems, and now they actually have the versions for PS5 and Series X actually rolling out soon, because previously they didn't, because I think they like stopped and stuff like that. They had to halt sales and stuff like that. But for PC people, obviously that's going to be a part of it too. But you can kind of see the comparison of what PS4, Xbox One is getting, what all the other systems are getting. Unfortunately, they'll miss out on the improved crowd reactions. That's probably the big one for the most part. Unfortunately, maybe they won't have them just yet. Maybe they'll implement them and maybe like optimize them for them. But for right now, obviously the system can't handle it for whatever reason. So they'll have to stick with the current gen consoles and systems, and also the PC for the crowd reactions. So we get the nice things, but unfortunately, the previous gen people will have to miss out on that from right now. But meanwhile, we get new weapons, we get new additional apartments for the main character. So that means we have more places to like have more safe houses in the game. You can actually change out your hair styles, right? There's more customization now, which is kind of cool. Still, there's still more things to improve, sure, but it's at least something. It's a start. They're actually rebalancing the gameplay and the loot system, and even the perk system too, which is like your abilities and stuff like that. They're actually getting rid of like some of the useless ones, and then they're putting in this one, and they're like refining these ones, that sort of thing. Which, yes, that is interesting. Another one was about the cars, which was another important thing to address. We talked about it too, like, basically the cars previously handled like soap, on fucking ice, which is slippery and all that stuff. Like, it basically was super fucking just rough to drive in the game, and there wasn't a whole lot to it other than getting from point A to point B. And then but now they're actually like, quote unquote, simulating the brake system and like the engine stuff. They even had like a clutch simulation being added. There's a lot of hoopla going on in this text alone with the cars. New burnout mode. You actually get like a boost if you do that of speed, like when you start. Let me see. Yeah, brake system. I mentioned that. Yeah, engine simulation. So they're really trying to like make each car kind of different sort of thing. Motorcycles are being improved. Yeah, various improvements with cars, traffic, right? I mean, there's more like reactions, like I said. They made the easy difficulty a little more challenging because it was too easy, I guess. I always played on normal, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, economy increasing rewards for jobs and open world activities, and decreased prices on vehicles and cyberware. Yeah, that's good because how I was getting my money was the duplication glitch, like in Fallout.
This man.
But it sucked because like a lot of stuff was expensive, and you don't get much. And you don't get much money. Like, I mean, you could get money from doing stuff before, but holy shit, like, it was so much faster with this glitch, right? But I guess hopefully with this implemented, that won't be the case. They already patched out the duplication glitch anyway, but oh my god. Oh my god. That shit saved my life though. Because how much rewards you get, or lack of rewards you get, Jesus Christ. They really wanted to pad out the game or something like that. I don't know what the case was, but it was pretty rough. Like a lot of things in the game. But anyway, yeah, clothing mods are being rebalanced, I guess. What the fuck? Two new stats replacing evasion. Mitigation chance and mitigation strength. Mitigation chance determines how often the player has a chance to reduce incoming damage, and mitigation strength determines how the percentage by which damage is reduced. Okay, that sounds weird, but all right. So I guess they're trying to get rid of evasion because it was too good. Maybe I'm not too sure. Yeah, damage over time effects are being rebalanced. Added a quieter way to escape the police when heat is on. Instead of fleeing a certain distance from the most recent crime scene, V can opt to hide within the search area, although it can take longer for the police to stop. Yeah, that was like a really easy way to escape the cops. Is just literally run away, like run in one direction and just run away. Which was like very unrealistic, you know, it was too easy, especially with even if you have like the maximum amount of stars, right? Like in Grand Theft Auto, you just literally just run. They only chase you on foot, so it won't take them too long to get outrun. But I guess they added that to make it a little better, I guess. But there's still problems that need to be addressed in the game, though. This is not the patch to like fix it all, for sure, but it's definitely a good stepping stone in that direction. I think the cyberwares are going to be more useful here, from what it looks like. The combat is being changed up, obviously, or fixed up. Quick hacking. They address something about NPCs. Yeah, there's a lot to go through. It's like a fucking Bible, man. A lot of these patch notes have been really long because of how broken the game was.
Yeah.
Yeah. They redesigned some of the perks, like blood swell, human shield, Empimorphous, coldest blood, and cutthroat. And then the stealth skills now is replaced with ninjutsu. That's okay. That's kind of interesting. Added bonuses for 200% efficiency, field technician, cutting edge. They are now applied already to, or they apply to already crafted weapons and clothes. Respecting perks removes the bonuses correctly. V is now able to climb, jump, and sprint through glass that has been fractured. Yeah, that's kind of nice, actually. Fixed an issue where disposing a body into a crate could move V into walls or out of bounds. Yeah, I've seen those glitches. I don't think it happened to me, but yeah. I've had plenty of times where I go through a wall and like the world is just like completely like fucking fucked up. So I had to like restart my game. Yeah, stuff like that. They pretty much like, oh yeah, one of the big changes is the throwing knife, right? Now they actually are just like, they're like cyber knives where you can throw them and they'll come back to you over time. So it's like a cooldown almost, pretty much like in like, you know, Apex Legends, for example, right? Those sort of games, like you throw your special grenade and then it'll come back to you over after like what 15 seconds or whatever, depending on who it is. That's how they're treating the knife now, I guess, which is actually kind of neat. So you can have like, you can build a class around the throwing knives with the ninjutsu stuff, so that could be fun. UI stuff is being worked on as well. There's some quests that are being worked on. Please tell me smoke on the water is being fixed. Oh, it's not on there. Fuck. Because there's one quest where it's like never completing because it's fucking bugged forever for me. It is so fucking irritating. So that means I can't complete it. I cannot complete the fucking game, which sucks. Let me see. This is here. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so cyber cycle sighting, smoke on the water, fix an issue where the search the van optional part was the only objective left and couldn't be completed. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, they're fixing that part. Oh my gosh. God damn it, man. It's been so long. But now they're working on it. God, thank God. Yeah, no, seriously, it was such a fucking inconvenience. And then environments and stuff like that, graphics, obviously. Oh yeah, they added like lights on the bikes now. I was like, okay, all right. It's kind of weird, but all right. I guess you can see the bike better at night or something like that. Okay, PC specific. Okay, that nothing too important for me. So there's a lot that they're fixing, right? But it's just like I said, this isn't the one to fix all the problems, but this is definitely a lot of the problems being fixed. So I guess what they now it's definitely harder to explain like what needs to be fixed, but because I was expecting also like some actual new DLC for new content, but I guess they're only fixing what's within the game, but it's still better than nothing. But God, man, I really wish this was the version we got at first, and rather than launching the fucking game in a few years ago now, and like in December or something like that, or November-ish. Like, I was really looking forward to the game, and I know that that I fucking was really wanting to like the game, but it was a meme machine for like months, let's just say. Like, it was a joke. And then it almost won an award, even though it was like fucking shitty, but I'm glad it didn't win that award. Because that type of shit should not be rewarded like that. No way. Yeah, it all just boiled down to fucking greed and pride. I think that's really what happened. They just try to please the investors, like, oh, we can release the game. We're CD Projekt Red. They'll forgive us, but it was so bad. That shit was so jank. Was it still fun? Yeah, I still played it all the way through the end of the main story, but God, man, the journey was so rough, though, getting there. Jeez. Well, anyway, that's my little piece on it. I'm glad they're working on it. They're getting there. It's gonna be like No Man's Sky. Remember that game where it was like empty at first, and then they like super overhaul the game now, and now it's like really good. So yeah. I don't know what if you have a comment, please go ahead and,
Finally.
Yeah, finally, exactly.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, finally they're getting there. Is a good word, or a good way to put it. Again, this isn't going to fix everything, but they're fixing a good chunk of it. So, will I start a new playthrough with this? I don't know. I don't know about that, but we'll see. If there's like new DLC, maybe that'll probably bring me back in. But for right now, yeah. But I'm glad that this is happening. Don't get me wrong. All right. Well, that is it on that part. This is a kind of minor-ish, but worth still mentioning. So MiHoYo, previously or formerly known as MiHoYo, is now going by the name HoYoverse for everyone else in the world. They're still technically a MiHoYo, but for the international sort of name, they are now referred as HoYoverse, which is gonna be a little weird to get used to, but pretty much, I'll just read this first statement right here. Since day one, our primary goal in content creation has been to provide our players all over the globe with something extraordinary, fresh, and intriguing. Our game titles, including Genshin Impact, Honkai Impact 3rd, Tears of Themis, have been warmly received by a broad spectrum of players in recent years. Meanwhile, we also introduced a wide range of entertainment content to fans worldwide, expanding our range of game titles and expertise in technical research with the release of the virtual character Lumi and the Nova desktop app, anime, manga, light novels, and music, and among others. The launch of HoYoverse reflects our growing commitment to providing global audiences with immersive entertainment through high quality and diverse content. So, yeah, that's just pretty much it. They wanted to, I guess, go by a different name. I think it's also to make it look like they're appealing to the current word, which is metaverse, right? So HoYoverse. So I guess they can like stay a little relevant in that sense. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So maybe this could be a start of like expanding to other things like anime and like all that stuff like they kind of mentioned here. So maybe somewhere down the line they'll actually have like a Honkai Impact anime or Genshin Impact anime at some point. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. They're now referred as HoYoverse for the rest of the world. For the most part. All right, now we're going to the final stretch of things, which is the Sanic in movies and all that stuff. So this is all part of a thread actually of Paramount Plus.
That's good.
Oh, hold on. I think I got a text of sorts. Where's my phone? I heard it vibrate at some point. Fuck. Well, anyway. Shit. Where's my phone? I think it might be just junk or something.
I have your phone.
Yeah, you have my phone. The fuck is my phone? God damn it. Hold on. Sorry.
Every time it makes me laugh.
Oh. Give me a second.
Yep.
It was all the way back there. Hold on, let me plug in my headphone again. Sorry, technical difficulty, sort of.
Looking for the graph.
It's a fucking. What if they had Nickelback for the next Super Bowl? That'd be kind of weird.
I'll be laughing my ass off.
Anywho, so Paramount Plus had. Wait. Oh, okay. So they already are ready for the second season for Halo, even though it's not out, right? The show or whatever. Is it? Did you hear me?
You cut off a bit.
Sorry. Oh, okay. They already are ready for a second season of Halo. Like, is Halo?
What?
Yeah.
The thing ain't even out yet.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it says it right there. Like, what the fuck?
That's too ambitious there, sir and ma'am. Are they that confident that it's gonna be?
I guess, yeah. Huh. I guess so.
No.
Weird. Huh.
Just no.
Meanwhile,
Stop. Get help.
Get help. Yeah. Great words from Michael Jordan. Meanwhile, we have Transformers: Rise of the Beasts releasing theatrically for 2023, and it's the first of the 3 new installments. New animated series from Nickelodeon arrives this fall, and in 2024, the franchise expands further with a CG animated Transformers theatrical film. All right, and then And then Sonic with the ambitious sort of jump too. It already announced Sonic 3, even though even number 2 is not out yet, right? And then they even announced an original series with Knuckles, starring Idris Elba. So Sonic 2 is still slated to come out April 8th, but they're already going ahead and announcing Sonic 3. Like, holy shit. Like, I know, like, yeah, sure, the reception so far has been good, but damn, they're super confident with Sonic as well as Halo. Yeah. Paramount, please. One step at a time.
They are so, like... Unless they have a time machine and they're peering into the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, weird. I guess meanwhile, there's more with Quiet Place next year, and then there's another one coming for 2025. God damn it, man. How many of these shits are gonna pop out? And they're not even out. You know what I mean? So they're like announcing the sequel and then the sequel after that. Like, what the fuck? And I guess there's a new SpongeBob movies? There's more. There's a lot of. Oh my god. God, they got a lot of plans. They're trying to do like what Disney is. Like, they're just like having a lot of projects announced, and then we'll see if they come to fruition. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see Sonic being successful because it already has a lot of like momentum going. So all the Sonic fans are gonna like check it out, the movie. So I think this is like a sealed deal for the most part. They've already done like a lot of good things about it. Like, they improved the look of Sonic. They got Tails in there. You know, Dr. Eggman is, you know, Dr. Eggman. You know, I think they even came out with a poster recently. I think it's on Paramount. Let me see. It looked really cool. Hold on. It might be out somewhere else. Oh yeah, they even announced this shit too with the Blue's Clues movie. I think this one's an original film, so that means it'll be on streaming. I like how Steve looks on the left. He's got the detective thing going on. I guess it's not on. It might be on the Sonic one. Let me see. Sonic. Not Sonic Fox. That fucking meme's so stupid.
If Knuckles doesn't say pathetic in that movie, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh, especially with Elba doing the voice. Oh my god, I want to hear it. Oh, I like this picture. Got all those Sega franchises in there, or a good chunk of it. But this is a Christmas one, so we're going too far there. Well, anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it for those announcements. I mean, any comments other than the Halo one? I guess. Yeah. Just
Paramount. If you fall flat on your face, don't look at us.
I know. Can they even look? If their eyes are gonna be like all scraped off. But anyway, we're moving on to something a little different, which is, well, Transformers, but now with figures. So I'm sure you know this company, Zawa. Kotobukiya, with their Bishoujo lineup of things. Now they're going for Transformers, so they have like the Bishoujo. I would never thought I would say this, but Bishoujo Optimus Prime and Megatron. I mean, these are just drawings from right now, sure, but why? Why?
Brew 34. Female. Yep, there they are. So I was just looking like if someone already drew porn of these, and yes, they have. Congrats, ladies and gentlemen, we got them.
Ugh. Yeah, I guess. Congrats to us.
Well, to you, not to me.
Either way,
you can have that.
I'm not getting it, but I'm the one asking why. What do you mean I can have it?
Because I don't have the answer, so it's like, yeah, you can have it back.
Why they're doing this?
Why, Lord?
Why, Lord? Oh man. But I don't know. I mean, any comment of how they look so far, anyway?
So I am disappointed that Megatron's boobs aren't bigger.
They're a little bigger than Optimus Prime's, but that's really weird to say. But
they have to be big as Mountain Lady from My Hero.
Oh, Mount Lady, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this whole shtick here, man.
you leave them alone.
Who's them? The Megatron Optimus Prime or Megatron's? You know.
You just leave them alone. They're trying.
Yeah. Yeah, to get money. But anyway, I guess this is coming to a reality, I guess. That's one more off the checklist, I guess, for somebody. Ugh. Weird, is all I gotta say. What else is weird but kind of cool-esque is in Pokemon Legends, I guess someone tried to cross a river of sorts with just using their I guess that's B barrel, but it looks like they crossed the entire river with just B barrels. He's just throwing them down on the river and just crossing them one by one. Holy crap. That is amazing. Who needs the swimming Pokemon when you just have a bunch of B-Barrel on your team?
How much time can I waste today?
Yes. Yes. Pretty much. I forget that you can have your Pokemon out in the wild like that, and just like interact with them, which is kind of nice little feature. For, well, not only the wholesomeness, I guess you can say, but the memes that do come out of it. But goddamn, holy shit, that actually worked. He actually crossed the river with just B-Barrel, doing this. It's like this pseudo fucking B-Barrel bridge. It's hilarious. What's also hilarious, I don't know if you've seen this clip, Zawa, but this is featuring Yipes. So basically this is like I guess like a clip from like somewhere way back when in Japan. And Yipes is there. Not only Yipes is there, fucking Sherry Genix is there too, right in the beginning, and they've been dubbed over by Japanese voiceover artists or whatever. You gotta listen to what Yipes sounds like. Have you seen this? Hold on. Oh my god, it's so funny. They give him like
this, and I bet you Yipes is like has this like blocked in his mind, and someone's like, "Hey, you guys remember this?" Oh god,
no, I know, right? Probably. It's so hilarious. Sherry sounds normal, right? And then everyone else sounds normal. Fucking yipes, dude. I gotta play it again. And then Justin, I think Justin Wong.
Yeah, Justin Wong's like quote of it was like good.
Where was it? A lot of the FGC people were like trying to get in on it.
Yipes, remember this? you see Yipes like in his chair, like
dub Yipes for commentary.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like you can just tell like Yipes just going like
Yep. Like, this isn't new. Like I've seen this before, but someone brought it up again, and it just like blew up again. It's so funny. And well, basically, the dubbed voice was saying is like this is like the best hot dog or something, and then the next one, the next part says like it goes really well with beer, and the bread is big or something. The bun is big.
Yeah. Like out of context, that's like the fuck you talking about?
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, the first part says the Japan dog is really good with the beer, and then the second part is just like the bread is big. That's great. It's so weird to translate. And then the funny thing is that apparently Yipes said that that's not what he said at all. He said it was the ultimate hot dog or something like that, and that's it, or something like that. It's so funny.
No, that's when you say sure, Yipes. Sure.
Oh my god. But the voice is just so funny on its own. Like even like dialogue aside, right? Translations aside, the voice. Oh my god, the voice is so hilarious. Like he sounds like a typical like anime like big character or whatever, like a sumo wrestler side character. That voice. Oh my god.
It breathes.
Yeah, I know. I need to breathe. I'm doing the hand motion from Pokemon Legends with Edie or whatever how you pronounce her name. It's hilarious. It's great. It's like an old treasure, I guess, at this point. I wonder where this clip exactly came from, though. Is what I want to know.
From the dark web.
Yeah, it's probably one of those. It's like one of those like random night shows or something from like one of those like talk shows or whatever in Japan. In like prime time or something like that, or maybe like a variety show or whatever. But yeah. It's so funny. Oh man, I'm pretty sure Yipes wants to like erase that from his memory, but it's the internet, man. You can't get away from it. You cannot get away from it. Oh man. This one, I think this is the meme from the multiverse trailer with Doctor Strange, and this is a part where Wanda was saying like, oh, whenever I do this thing, I'm looked at as the villain or whatever. And so someone changed it to like a FGC meme. So it says, so with Wanda saying, UDP in neutral, you become the hero, and become the hero. I do it and I become a scrub. That doesn't seem fair. That's pretty funny. Oh man, can you imagine Wanda just playing fighting games and then she DPs like randomly in neutral, and she gets booed at. But then when Stephen Strange does it. Everyone's got the crowd behind him, you know. Just imagining that it's like really, really, really hilarious. Anyway, good trailer though. I mean, it's got like Shimogorath in it, but I guess his name is Garganto or something like that. Is that like his quote unquote like super villain name? Is that his actual name, or is it like a super villain name like a lot of people do have?
No, so Gargantos is another squid thing.
Oh, so it's not Shimogorath.
Yeah, but Simmons talked about it. I forget which stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they chose Gargantos over Shuma is because the name Shumagorath is either taboo in this country, or it's hard to translate.
Oh, okay. So it's like a localization sort of issue.
Yeah, it's a localization or a
translation issue, or just like a forbidden word sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with Gargantos,
it's more.
You can translate that to like giant, big,
Mm-hmm. But okay, so it is Shumagorath, but they can't call him Shumagorath officially, I guess.
Yeah, because when you look at Gargantos, like his actual artwork from the comics, he looks really fucking different.
Yeah.
You look at this Gargantos in the Doctor Strange, it's like, that's fucking Shuma.
It's Shumagorath.
He's like, you sit down. If he screams Chaos Dimension, that's when he's like, just change his damn name to Shuma.
Mr. Gray! I call Mr. Gray! The fucking Marvel 3, man. So many quotes from that game that should be used in the movie.
I don't know. Would you want to hear freaking
Yes.
Chris Evans scream, Shield Slash! Shield Slash!
Yes, absolutely.
Charging Star!
For freedom! For freedom!
I mean, I did want Robert Downey to just go like this. Here comes the big one, and you just see a freaking proton cannon come out of nowhere.
Yep.
Tom Holland, I think he could pull off, singing Maximum Spider or stuff like that.
Yeah. Web throw.
Loser.
Yeah.
But I really want Benedict Cumberbatch to just say he's level 3.
Oh yeah. Or I have Agamotto, like in that like tone. I mean, yes, he does say it, but
he doesn't go like I have Agamotto.
Yeah. Daggers of the Knock, Mystic Sword,
and he does this hand like this. Like, it's like, what are you doing? You just see Wong going like, what are you doing? I don't know.
I mean, he kind of does a Mystic Sword thing, but it's not kind of. But yeah. Marvel 3 is so good. Yeah. Anyway though, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Shimogorath and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things though coming out from that trailer, and there's like the evil Doctor Strange, or like Doctor Strange Supreme or something like that. I forget the actual name for it was.
Bitch. His name's gonna be
Bitch. Wong is in there.
Like, I'm all powerful. Ow.
Yeah. Wong, of course, being cool, and then you got the Ultron robots and like the what do you call the big council or whatever, which apparently Xavier's a part of or something like that. We don't know. It's a lot of speculation, so I think that's I mean, it's a good lead into with the X-Men and stuff like that. So hopefully that can be a thing, and then have like our own standalone fucking X-Men films, like maybe 3 of them, And then, nah, you say?
Nah, they're gonna just rush it like DC. Just throw them in.
Just throw them in there. Oh god. I'm pretty like. I think maybe what also could be plausible is an X-Men series on Disney Plus. That could be a thing. They're already doing a cartoon of it, I think, or they're bringing back the cartoon or something. I forget what it was, what it was exactly. But anyway, hopefully the X-Men get introduced there, and then they'll either do movies or streaming series for X-Men. I can take either one. Maybe streaming series might be better because you can really like flesh out each of the characters, and hopefully they'll do Rogue right. Because she's supposed to have Captain Marvel's powers somehow. I mean, they can incorporate that in here or in the MCU, right? Because that's how she can fly and stuff like that. She has like super strength and all that shit because she sucked up her abilities, and I think she has like her memories too, to some extent at least. That's what Josh was telling me about because he's been reading a lot of the comics over time. So he's kind of like my
He's your encyclopedia.
Pretty much my resident Marvel expert. So like yeah, he kind of tells all this shit. Especially when we actually watched Eternals recently, and I enjoyed it actually for the most part for what it was. I mean, I can kind of see why people were bored of it or they thought it was like meh, but I enjoyed it. It's it's more for the lore and it's opening more shit. It's setting up more shit. Just like a lot of the Marvel shit right now. It's a lot of just setup. So yeah, it's definitely dealing with the cosmic side of Marvel, which I am fascinated with. So I do like that. I like the twists and stuff like that, and the Celestials and all that shit. And how like Thanos comes into play. Not gonna explain it, of course, but how he kind of comes into play in this sort of. Yeah, so for lore reasons, it's pretty cool. And then yeah, so it'll kind of like lead into other heroes and slash villains and all that stuff. And I think we'll probably see some of that in Moon Knight, maybe. I don't know, but anyway, I enjoyed Eternals. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of setting up going on. And of course there's Hawkeye, right? Even that has some sort of like, setup sort of. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's what we got for right now for this bit. But you watched all of Peacemaker, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, DC related now. So for the most part, did you enjoy the series?
I enjoyed it because it's James Gunn. He has a way of like making obscure characters into like a household name for the general public. Like for comic book fans, they already know who this character is and all that. But for like those who don't dive into comic books or
like me,
or try to keep up with comic books. James Gunn like nails it. Like it's like, hey, I have an idea. Give me this character. Why? I will make magic.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it for the most part. I did like Peacemaker and stuff like that. I like the the members of I guess of the crew. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Or was it like Argus or something like that? Was that the name for that crew? But that's Task Force X. I forget which one it was. But anyway, I enjoyed most of the characters. Some of the humor did kind of like miss a little bit, and some of the humor kind of dragged on a little bit. But other than that, I liked Gun's direction for the most part. I don't think all of the episodes were directed by him, but second season though, all of that is going to be directed by him, and it's going to be written by him as well. So second season is looking really promising from what I've been having to watch the last episode the last episode for season 1 and what it's going to possibly lead into season 2. So I'm pretty excited. For the most part, I think I'll give it like an 8 out of 10 if I were to give it a score. It's very very enjoyable. I guess I can say I enjoyed this a lot more than like Book of Boba or something like that, which is like different flavor, but something about Peacemaker made me want to watch it like really want to watch it like weekly, right? Like I want to watch more of Peacemaker, right? I didn't have that feeling with Boba. Like I was like, yeah, I can wait until 2 episodes are out and then I'll just like binge it or whatever, or that sort of thing. And yeah, so I enjoyed what the stuff that Peacemaker went through and like how he went through the story and how he is or what he has become, and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
kind of get to know him better, especially with his dad and like that whole like family issue and stuff like that, and like the side plots were kind of funny. Judo master, right? Pretty funny in his own.
Yeah, I was like, oh god.
Yeah,
it's like, oh god.
Yeah. His I enjoyed him, even though like he wasn't on for too long, but when he was on, like it was pretty enjoyable.
I mean, like the what was it, episode 7? It was episode 7
with
with Peacemaker. Episode 7, Judo Master, like, sorry, a little spoiler ish. He beats up like.
The liquor store scene. Yeah.
He beats up those guys, and then you just see the liquor store owner
like
worker just going.
Yeah, he probably hated those kids too.
I know. He was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he really likes hot Cheetos, so I can definitely relate to that. Judo Master really likes hot Cheetos. I think he was eating the extra hot ones too. If you look at the bag closely. Oh yeah, it's a good watch. I like the vigilante for what he was like. Yeah. I enjoyed his presence, I guess you can say. And then okay, never mind. I'm going to spoil it, but anyway.
Let's just say the ending of that, or like what, the last
bit, like the last bit of the battle.
The last bit of the final episode was really a like, whoa.
It's definitely marketing, of course, marketing reasons for 2 movies. For 2 movies that are going to be coming out this year, let's just say, or relatively within that window. But yeah, it was funny. I enjoyed that little bit. It's so funny. I wonder if that's actually canon, like in the DCU universe, sort of like, makes you wonder, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because like there were times where I went back and rewatched like some of the episodes too for Peacemaker. Like that's how much I enjoyed it. So like I haven't rewatched Boba like at all, other than the fact that and actually no, funny. I'm starting to rewatch Mandalorian because they do have the Japanese dub. So I'm like kind of slowly watching that in the Japanese dub. It's actually pretty funny, but kind of cool too because you get to hear Mando's voice in Japanese, and like the blue dude, I forget his name, but like he kind of has like the fish stuff going on. The blue dude in Japanese, like they actually are pretty like close with the voice tones and stuff like that, which is actually pretty neat. But it's Japanese, so it's kind of like watching an anime ish. So I'll probably continue doing that like on my own time, like slowly, but it's just so funny. And I'll probably do that the same with Book of Boba at some point. I did gander at it a little bit of what Boba sounds like in Japanese, but yeah, it's it's funny. It's just kind of funny. So yeah, Peacemaker, very enjoyable. I do look forward to season 2. John Cena's like really like nailing this character at this point. Like he's come a long way.
Yeah.
Starting from like
wait, John Cena was in that show.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have
explain.
It would have been kind of funny if he had an actual like invisibility helmet, even though like, and then like he would play a joke like a John Cena joke like, yeah, I don't need this or something like that, like because you know what John Cena's like, his shtick is, so that would have been kind of funny, but yeah, no, John Cena has been really nailing the character, especially if you look back on his like first like big movie, I guess, or big movie, quote unquote, with the Marine. Yeah. But yeah, he's been really having fun with it, especially from Suicide Squad, that movie, with Idris Elba, Bloodsport and all that stuff. Like that movie was great too, and like having this is like an extra like cherry on top, and like hot fudge and all that stuff. It's just extra nice little treats and stuff like that. But yeah, the what do you call it? That song? That song is stuck in my head from the opening, kind of the opening intro when they're all like dancing and stuff like that.
I Want to Taste It by Bigwig.
Yeah, it's
a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something about that song. Like, well, it's the whole sequence, the title opening.
Yeah.
Like I see the little button skip intro. I'm like, go away.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what when I was watching X-Men on Disney Plus when it first came out for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It showed that little button skip intro. I was like, how dare you ask me?
Yeah.
I want to skip this intro.
Yeah.
You never skip. You never skip the X-Men intro.
Yeah.
Here comes the DMCA. DMCA.
Yeah. Yep. Can't wait for season 2. Makes me wonder though, like, are there any other DC like streaming series stuff coming up though?
Coming up? I don't think so. Like, not at the moment.
Yeah.
But for like right now, you have Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
Titans.
Oh, God.
Stargirl. And Lewis and Clark. Lois and Clark. Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. That's like CW though, isn't it? Lewis and Clark, or Lewis. God, you got me to say. Lois and Clark. Isn't that also on the CW? Like that one's on TV, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
But who has television anymore?
Mm-hmm. You know what's weird? Like, whenever I feed my dog, like, that's the only time I watch television, because like I put on the background, and I've been watching like the Olympics as a means of background noise. The Winter Olympics.
Your TVs aren't smart TVs? How dare you?
It's kind of an old TV at this point, because we don't have. Yeah, it's not a smart TV. It's like right before when smart TVs got popular. It's big. It's a big like fucking screen. It's like over 60 inches or whatever, but I don't think it has too many apps on there. This one right here in front of me is a smart TV. I got like a lot of the apps in there, including HBO Max and Disney Plus. I think it has Crunchyroll, but I just use either my computer or the PlayStation for Crunchyroll. So yeah. Yep. I think that's all we got. It's been what, almost 2.5 hours?
Yeah. Do you really want to taste it?
Yeah. Yep. I wonder what song he'll use next for the season 2 opening. And they'll probably do like
he's gonna use "Photograph" by Nickelback.
Oh God, is he really gonna move into that era of music? no more hair metal and glam rock. Yeah. It's that kind of alternative rock.
Are you going to use some J-pop song?
That would be really fucking weird. That would be really fucking.
Or because they're already dancing, hell, fucking use a K-pop song. Have them all do the dance choreography.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, okay, James Gunn, we get it. You like K-pop, but no.
Yeah, not to mention he has full control of that shit, so it is possible for the most part. But yeah, it won't be for a while, so we'll have to give it some time. It was kind of weird though, because the season 2 announcement was like before. It was like the day before the final season finale came out. I thought they would like save that for like, I don't know, sometime after. You would think, but no. I mean, all these companies are like, oh, we got this movie coming out, but this movie is also in the works, like planned out, like, you know. It's like, what the fuck? Like, bro, slow down. Like, Netflix is doing that too. Like, they have all these projects, and yet nothing has come of it. I mean, some of them got canceled, unfortunately. Like the Zelda one, the Zelda Netflix series, and Star Fox. Those got canceled because Nintendo pulled the plug. Because I guess something got leaked, even though I don't know what it was. I haven't seen what it was. No idea. All right, well, anywho, now it is actually 2 hours and 25 minutes ish. Yep. Alrighty, let's get out of here. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been fun as always. Really appreciate it, guys. So, we will definitely be coming back with bigger news for fighting games because the countdown will be well over by then. And yeah, we'll definitely have something to talk about that for sure. So, and you know, whatever's around the corner, I can probably talk about KOF at hopefully by that point, because hopefully by that time I can play it, at least for the story anyway. So that hopefully can happen. So anyways, thank you guys so much. We will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Stop biting my toe.